All right, guys, we are back again. Episode 14. This podcast episode is brought to you by Fantasy Stands. Go follow them on Instagram and sign up on their website at Fantasy Stands. Today we got a very special guest, one of my favorite prospects, probably the heart of South Philly, I'd say, Sonny, the Bronco Conto, 6-0, 5 knockouts. Sonny, thank you for joining tonight.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks, Sonny.
Of course.
Wait, before we start, where was everyone 3 years ago today?
I believe at the fight, right? The debut, right?
I was watching the Birds win the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. No, I forgot.
Yeah.
The eighth. Oh yeah.
I was in Roxborough watching it, and then I cried after the Brandon Graham sack fumble.
I was such a bitch that night too, man.
I never thought I'd cry after a sporting event. It was crazy.
So let me ask you this before we start.
Yeah.
Who do you guys have winning the Super Bowl?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with. I feel like the NFL's like so damn scripted, so I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay, even though I want the Chiefs, but I feel like the Bucs are gonna win.
So the Chiefs are down their left tackle and right tackle.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're down. I think it might be 3 offensive linemen, but I know for sure 2. I think. God, dude, I just hate Tom Brady, man. So I'm just gonna go with the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I put it like this: it's like I think it's like the old goat versus the new goat.
Yep.
So, but betting against Tom Brady is like betting against Floyd Mayweather.
Exactly.
So, right.
I mean, I don't really know. I'm definitely not putting no money on it. I'm gonna sit back, enjoy the game on my new 75-inch, and call it a day.
Nice. All right. So my first question I have for you, obviously 2020 is a year that we all just want to put in a damn box and just throw it into the ocean. But I do want to ask you, so obviously I was at the fight back in AC last January, so you were able to get a fight in, but how were you able to stay positive, with like the pandemic where you had like about potentially 3 fights that were going to happen, but then of course COVID wasn't able to let that happen, and then you had I think you had a little bit of a shoulder injury before you were going to join a top rank card, but how did you stay so positive up to now?
I mean, things happen, you know what I mean? It's life. It is what it is, injuries, COVID, and, I guess you just roll with the punches, you know what I mean? I guess really just staying in shape and knowing that, that I'll get through it and that it'll be, I'll be back in there. And, I missed a really big opportunity being on ESPN and, really I was in shape. And I got injured a week before the fight. So it definitely was a little depressing, but, I got the opportunity back, and come February 20th, I'll be back in there, and it's go time.
Of course. So also, like, I guess maybe to put 2020 into a positive, so, like, how did you keep yourself busy and your mind at ease? Like, did you go on vacation a lot, or did you just work out and hang out with family and friends? Like, what did you wind up doing to stay busy?
Yeah, I mean, just trying to stay in shape. I had like a goal to try to put on as much weight as possible during quarantine. So come February 20th, I think I'll weigh in at the most I've ever weighed in. And I'm not going to tell you that number.
Right, okay.
You're going to have to stay tuned for that.
Man.
But, yeah, I mean, I had, get stronger, lift weights, eat more, runs, that just stay in shape. I mean, I have my own gym, so thank God COVID wasn't really an issue. It's a private gym. Nobody was in there but me. So it didn't really affect my gym time as it affected other fighters. which I'm very blessed to, you know, have my own gym and things like that. And so yeah,
That's
that's what
awesome.
I do for
Now,
Yeah.
Sonny, real fast. Now you say you're going to weigh in the most you ever weighed in before. Is that now? Have you noticed that affecting anything in your game? Putting on more weight.
Really, I think it just made me stronger.
All right.
You know what I mean? You know, like I said before in other interviews and stuff, my first fight was at 119 pounds. So I've always, you know, had that quickness and you know, different angles and you know, things like that, and that explosiveness and things like that. So no, it hasn't affected me.
Okay. So my next one I have for you. So like obviously for like some people that watch this, and I know I asked you this when I had you on my IG live before, but I definitely want to ask it again. Just talk about the grind of like of like selling your tickets and stuff, also your fight swag and all. I mean, major shout out to Mama Carol Conto because of course I already sent her messages saying that I am 100% in for the new fight shirt. But she does a hell of a job with your ticket sales and your shirts and all. But just talk about how important it is. I mean, like obviously South Philly loves you, but just to build more of a fan base throughout the city too. But how important is that with like the fight swag, the appearances, taking pictures with like people and all, and just building your own brand?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if it wasn't for the fans and everything else, you know, I wouldn't be anything. And yeah, shout out to my mom. She handles all that. So, you know, she does all my ticket sales, merchandise and everything. So that's something that I don't have to worry about. And I have it comes with having a great team behind me and a great support system and things like that. So yeah, it's definitely, great. And of course with having no fans, in the fights, it definitely affects, I mean, ticket sales and merchandise and things like that. So yeah, but like you said, it's very important to interact with your fans, and I think that a lot of fighters don't do that, and
Right.
I think that they should, because without the fans, we're nothing. You know what I mean? And I think that that's very important. So yeah, and really, I mean, I really can't even answer on the ticket sales and the merchandise. That's really all my mom. If it
Right.
wasn't for her, that wouldn't be possible.
Yeah. And like I know that you're never going to change. Like you're going to be the same person that you were when you made the pro debut fight, how you're just very friendly and outgoing to everybody, and like that is going to go a long way throughout your whole boxing career too.
Yeah, I think it's very important.
Yeah. And then also I'm rocking your Bronco shirt on
Hey,
FTWR. So I
hey,
mean
Warrior.
Sonny has merch everywhere. He's got the hoodies, the shirts on that site. Also, Mama Carol's got some hats. I think you still got the headbands, right? Or do you only have a little bit left?
I think that was a one-time thing at
That was a
the
one-time thing.
Columbus
Okay,
Day Parade.
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. And then finally, like you're actually going to be fighting in a couple weeks. How excited are you that it's finally out there? That Top Rank posted it, and this is something you've been dying to get back into. Do you have any idea who you're fighting yet, or did they not
Um,
tell you?
I think it was a dude, Waldo Cortez Acosta. I think
Waldo
he's
Cortez.
six,
Okay.
6-3, 3 knockouts.
Oh, all right.
He's a durable opponent. He's gonna come to fight. He's gonna come to win. So I just have to be ready, and I'm doing them necessary things to perform well. And I'm in great shape. I had a great camp. So yeah, you're gonna see a good, haven't missed a beat, Sonny Conto come February 20th.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
baby.
and like it has to be crazy that like at your last fight you had OT the Real come out and hype you up, but I'm really hoping you come out to the song for the fight and all, huh?
Oh, what's that? The Survivor?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, you know, OT is a good dude, and he's almost. I think he's gonna break out this year as well,
Yes.
and you know, he's a good dude. My all-time favorite is actually Michael Jackson. I trained to Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. That's like my favorite artist of all time. So you never know what I might come out to.
I
It might be
know.
the Survivor. It might be a little Billie Jean. It
I
might be
love
a
it.
little, you know, off the wall. You don't know.
I
So
love it. I love
and
it.
you know,
So the entrance music and your wait's gonna be a major surprise on the
for
19th and
sure,
20th.
for sure.
Awesome.
For
And then
sure.
talk about your relationship with Tiafimo Lopez. So like you guys, like even like on your Instagrams, you guys always show love to one another. Even like, obviously way before Tiafimo became the undisputed champion of the world, but like what has that friendship meant to you?
Yeah, Tiafimo is a good friend. He actually came all the way to Philly for my pro debut just to walk me out,
Wow.
and he's a really good dude. Obviously, think he's the best fighter in the world. Um, and like I said, he's a great kid. Uh, Even after he won his IBF belt against Richard Comey, you would think that a 22-year-old kid would be out in the club partying, this and that. And he's super humble, and that even made me like him more. You know what I mean? He just had, you know, his close friends and family in his hotel room after he just won the world title. You know, and it was nothing crazy. It was really laid back, and it was really awesome. And yeah, we have the same manager, and I actually met him when he fought Mason Menard
Oh,
in Madison Square Garden, and it's been love ever since. So, you know, I mean, we're not in the same division, uh, and you know, like I said, he's always showed me love. I always showed him love. He's one of my favorite fighters, and yeah, I wish him nothing but the best.
awesome. Okay. So my next question I have, I gotta ask this because I never asked you about it when this whole thing happened. So, obviously you saw on Twitter and stuff, Guido, who's also a top ranked prospect, was like trying to gas up shit, and then, he was like calling you out and stuff, saying
Well,
that he
he
really wants to
wasn't
fight
calling
you.
me out. His manager
His
was.
yeah, right. His manager was, and then your manager, of course, was clapping back too. But like, what do you have to say about that whole situation? Like, is that a guy who you would like to see, like maybe a fight or two from now, or
I mean, not a fight or two. I want to fight. I don't want to fight him in no 4 or 6 rounder. You know what I mean? I want it to be worth it. You know, like if we could do it at Madison Square Garden as a main event, or you know, maybe even going over to Italy. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like I don't want to fight him in no 6 rounder. I mean, I want to. I'm in this to get paid. You know what I mean?
right,
So, I mean, yeah. I mean, we're definitely. I'm thinking gonna meet one day. I mean,
oh,
you know, it's bound to happen. But I'm not in really any rush. I'm still young. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's not really on my radar at this second. And the reason why I believe his manager was dropping my name is because they think that let's catch Sonny while he's, you know, still developing,
right,
because when he does develop, he's gonna crush you. So I think maybe that might be a tactic that, you know, his manager might be saying, because they want to try to catch me as I'm in the developing stages, because they know once I'm developed,
right.
there's no competition. I'm just gonna run them over. So that's what I think that was. And like I said, I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Right, exactly. And I think that that's easy work for you, whether it's going to be an 8 or 10 rounder in the future, because, you know, I don't know if he's sleeping on your like power or something like that, but that's like way easy work for you to knock Guido off for sure. So I have two more questions, and then I'm gonna pass it on to Nick. So these are fun ones. So who are your top 5 Philly fighters right now? And they don't have to be in order.
Top 5 Philly fighters right now. You gotta go with Boots Ennis.
Mm-hmm.
I like Shenard Bunch.
Scrap.
Boots, Shenard. I like the old veteran Hank Lundy.
Hank, yeah. Hammered Hank.
I like Joey DeWaco.
Joey.
Um, and Jesse Hart.
Jesse Hart. All right. And then my last question. We've been getting a lot of cool answers from like the Philly boxers when we asked this. So what is your dream fight if you had to fight a Philly fighter? So like it doesn't have to be in your weight class. It could be in any weight class, but who is like the one Philly fighter who you would love to fight and that would like be your dream fight?
Obviously it's not gonna happen, but I would probably say Joe Frazier, maybe.
Joe Frazier.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because he's he's a legend. You know what I mean? And yeah, they got a Joe Frazier statue. So probably that. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you for answering those. And Nick, it's all you now.
All right, what's going on, Sonny?
Hey.
So I used to hang out in South Philly all the time when I was like younger, like 17, 18 years old. And my stepsister lives down there, and she always called herself, "Oh, I'm the queen of South Philly. I know everybody." And I was like, "Everybody from South Philly knows everybody." You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah.
So what was I going to say to you? So I was watching some of your interviews, and it was really about the you training with Tyson Fury, or you know. How did that come about, and how was that overall as an experience for you?
They were looking for, good sparring. Excuse me. And someone from Top Rank had contacted me, and I said, I can probably get you in the Tyson Fury training camp. Would you be interested? And I said, absolutely. And I went out there, and I happened to be his best sparring partner. So, yeah, I lived with him for 2 weeks, and then we fought on the same card, and it was a hell of an experience. It was definitely great.
So how was he? So is he like a like overall, like as a person, not even as a fighter? Like we know how great he is as a fighter. Just as a person, just for the people who don't know.
Yeah. So I say like, what you see is what you get, kind of, with Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? Like that, like goofy kind of guy. That's him. Like that's no front. You know what I mean? That's him. So yeah, he's a very down to earth dude, and he's a very genuine guy.
Yeah. So you know what I love about him when he gets wins. He always singing in the ring. Dude, that kills me every time. Because the dude's voice ain't bad at all.
Yeah.
You know. So I've been asking a lot of the boxers this question because I don't know how you feel about it, but that's the answer I'm going to get from you. How do you feel about YouTubers? Going into the boxing world and making the money that they're making when they have guys like you and all these pro fighters that have been working their ass off every single day, and they come by and all they're known for is making YouTube videos. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. Well, first, I would love to fight one of them. Shoot. Yeah, I would love to fight one of them guys. But hey, they're making money. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? God bless them. Yeah, I trained my whole life for this, and of course, it's not fair. I feel but hey, I'm not no hater. You know what I mean? If they're making money, they're making money. Like I said, I would love to fight any of them, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's a little, stupid. And, it is like a slap in the face kind of, but hey, I mean, when you're making, $20+ million, you're going to do it. So
Right.
it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm in my lane. They're in their lane. But if it ever presented itself to fight any of them, I would love to.
Yeah, you got to find someone a little bigger than Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jake Paul was what? How much does he weigh? He's like
He's actually
200
a pretty
pounds.
big dude.
Yeah, I mean, he fought what? Nate Robinson, who's like,
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that was definitely a difference in size. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather, that's way different in size as well. So
Yeah.
I mean, it could happen.
Right. Yeah, you're right, dude.
You know
Actually,
what I mean?
that suit because they are bigger. You know what I mean? If you ever look
Yeah.
at them.
Right.
I actually saw yesterday, I think it's Aaron Carter versus Lamar
Lamar
Odom.
Odom at the
Yeah.
Showboat, right?
Yeah. Is that
I saw
crazy? Yeah. I
I
can't
saw
believe that
that.
Aaron Carter is like relevant still. It's nuts.
Yeah, I haven't heard that guy's name in years.
I know.
That's what I was saying, dude. I thought Lamar Odom. I swear to God, I thought that dude was dead.
Yeah, all I remember is like him dating like Khloe Kardashian, and that was it after that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard both of them in a while. I didn't even. Are they beefing or is it like?
No, it's just a fight. Like I don't even think they've ever even chilled with one another. So that's why it's like funny.
Yeah,
It's just so random. I
yeah, I
actually
don't
want
know.
him to fight like a Tristan Thompson. Like that would be really interesting with
Yeah, right.
Odom and
Something like
Thompson.
that. But I don't know. I might go check it out.
Yeah.
My friend owns the Showboat Casino, so I
Oh,
might.
That's
okay.
cool. Do you watch any of UFC?
Yeah, I watch all combat sports. I'm into all that stuff.
All right. So the heavyweight champ of the world is Stipe Miocic,
Stipe, he's a
and
beast.
he's really known. He's a badass motherfucker, dude.
He's a beast.
He's known for really his just stand up, his like boxing.
He's a beast.
I would love to get this portion of this video and just share it all over the place to get Stipe's reaction to it, maybe if we're lucky. How would you ever? I think he would cross over into boxing because that's what he's known for. Would you ever be open to a fight against Stipe Miocic? And how do you see it going down?
Yeah, I mean, I actually heard. Forget who it was. It had to be like over a year ago, but he trains right out in Ohio, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's from Cleveland.
Yeah, and he's like a fireman too.
Yep.
He's a really he's the man, you know what I mean? And I definitely look up to him. I think he's a great fighter. I think he's a beast, you know what I mean? And would I fight him? Absolutely. Yeah, why not? How do I see it going, you said?
Yeah.
I always see myself victorious. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, he's going to knock me out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, you gotta believe in his half of it. You know what I mean? So.
Yep. Because I honestly do, like, out of a lot of UFC fighters have pretty good stand up, but I think overall, I think he would actually do very well in boxing matches. I mean, I think he would at least be able to hold his own. You know what I mean? But you guys are a little different because that's all you train is stand up, right? He has to train everything.
Yeah.
But
I'm a fan of that Israel Adesanya.
His striking is so crazy, man.
He's a beast, man.
Yeah,
I think
he's going for the light
John
heavyweight.
Jones trouble.
He's getting ready for the light. He's moved up a weight class to challenge for a light heavyweight belt.
Yeah, I think he would give John Jones trouble, like I said.
Oh no, absolutely, I agree with you as far as striking.
I think his stand-up's better than John Jones.
Yeah, I just think I mean, everyone says this about Israel, like, oh, you're skinny, bro, you're skinny, you can't do this, can't do that, and he just shuts them up every single time. And then he didn't shock me last fight against
Paulo.
But he for sure, he like really opened my eyes. Like, dude, this dude is a serious. Like, I always thought he was a serious problem, but like now he's not even close to being like far away from John Jones. He's like right there with him.
Right. Yeah. Who else? Who else do I like over there? It was just on the top of my head. I forget now. I forget. I don't know. If it comes back.
Are you like a Sean Brady and also Kyle and Chris Dawkins fans too?
I don't know too much about the dude Kyle. But yeah, I'm a Sean Brady fan. Shoot. You know, Philly support Philly. You know what I mean? So yeah, I wish him nothing but the best as well. Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah, all three of them got fights coming up, man. So that's
Oh, okay.
Chris is actually fighting the same night as Sonny.
Yeah, February 20th.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be like this on my tablet and then on my phone.
Yeah, same.
Right.
You know? Sonny, I have 2 more questions for you. Are you going to be in the house on Saturday night?
Yeah, I'm always in the house.
All right, sweet deal. We'll have to get a picture and do the whole thing that Saturday night.
Yeah.
And then last one. So how long have you had your gym for?
I said about a year. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I said about a year and a half.
Okay, and I know you touched on it a little before, but like, how nice was that during the whole shutdown, being able to just constantly train?
It was a blessing. Like all gyms being shut down, and you know, me having my own facility, it was great. I mean, yeah, it was great.
Awesome. So how many times can we expect you to see you in the ring this year?
I'm aiming for, I'd say at least 5.
Nice.
Yeah, so
and then
you know,
so, maybe like an end of year goal for 21 or early beginning of the year 2022. Do you have like a main goal that you want to accomplish?
just remain undefeated.
Nice. That's awesome, man. Well, Sonny, we appreciate you coming on, dude. I look forward
Yeah,
to
I appreciate you guys having me.
I look forward to meeting you in person on Saturday, and I can't wait for a great night of fights.
Yes, sir.
Of course. All right, Sonny. We'll see you later.
All right, Joey. I'll see you guys.
All
Have a
right.
good
I'll
night.
see you. Have a good night.